So, good evening everybody, welcome to the Mexican Grand Prix. Yeah, sorry I missed out on last week's event. I believe Nesmax took that event in the USA, so congratulations to him on that great achievement. Yeah, all good and well. It looks as though we have a pretty small group of guys, and thumbs up for the dedication there. I have had a couple of notifications to let me know that obviously there are some people that cannot make it this evening, and yep, just thank you for contacting me at that particular point. Anyway, let's have a look who's with us this evening. We've got TNB Foss 13, we've got Dylan, we've got Springbok Gamer, we've got Ronald LaRue, we have TNB Weza, we have Nesmax, and we have obviously DeVet, and it all looks good at the moment. So let's go through some of the paces with the guys. They're all there ready to go this evening, and I tell you what, it's going to be an exciting one in all. So sit back, relax, enjoy the 3 qualification. This is quali number 1, and then we're going to go into quali number 2, then number 3, and then into the 50%er on this Mexicana track. We have a very technical track, and I can tell you what, the guys are going to be having some really good setups for this evening to get themselves around this track. So we'll be watching to see where they're going to be and what they're going to be doing this evening. So yep, I'll just allow you to enjoy the quali number 1. We're on board with DeVet at the moment. As you can see, he's coming through the last couple of chicanes before he goes through start and finish, which is coming up in the next couple of seconds. He'll just go around here, and then he'll come through start and finish. And there you go. He's just put on a 1 minute 5:15.606. So nice drive from him right from the start, putting him on top of the leaderboard for quali number 1 at the moment. I see obviously Dylan has put on a time of 1 minute 20.534. So yep, that's all great. And he's obviously in the Alfa Romeo in the traditional green helmet. There he is on board with this gentleman who's racing for Mercedes this evening. And he's doing, he's put up a nice time there, 1 minute 17.675, and that's Foss at the moment. Nesmax comes in with a very, just under the cut there, 1 minute 17.415. So we're hoping for a lot of close racing this evening. Thanks for letting me know that you're unavailable this evening, Tix. Unfortunately, we'll be missing you this evening, as well as the Sackman. Thank you for letting me know that you're also unavailable this evening. Here is TNB Weza, and let's see how he's doing at the moment. He's just put on a 1 minute 17.749. Springbok still to go, as well as Ronald LaRue. He still needs to get out there, so we'll be watching with anticipation. As you can see, they're on the pinks at the moment, so that could be interesting just to have a look at where the possibilities are for them this evening. So it's the Hypersofts. They're on this track in Mexico. So as I said, let's go on board with some of the drivers. You can have a look at obviously the telematics there to give you an indication of how far and where they are. We'll also give you some indication on the lap times in the different sectors. This also is a little bit interesting for us as well, because it gives us the opportunity to see where they're going quicker and where they need to speed up, where they're slower in the different sectors. So let's keep it together and have a look at what's happening along those lines as well. Nice to see you on board with us, Hugh. Thank you for joining the stream. Yeah, a little bit short on numbers this evening, but I mean 7 makes the grid, so that's it's still going to be an interesting one, I think. I think we still have some championship points that need to be contended with. And as I mentioned, yep, it's all about where they're going to be and how they're going to be doing. Already some 16s done there. I see Springbok Gamer put in a 16 or 116. 358, nice time from him. Nesmax came back nicely there with a 1 minute 16:11.2. So great drive from him, but still on the top there you can see in the pits is obviously Motor DW, which is Devet, and he's put on a 1:15.521. Excellent time from him in this first session. I'm sure he's going to be just making sure those tires are preserved, so he'll go out on those particular. Nice sunny day as well. As you can see, the track a little bit off there. Ooh, gotta keep it real, gotta keep it in. But I'm sure it's going to be an interesting race for the guys this evening. Yeah, Marcy, nice to see you on board with us. We're hoping to see you soon come and race with us, my good man. I know that you've got the game, and hopefully you're going to be joining us in the next couple of seasons, if not even next season. Hopefully you can get yourself obviously a teammate and get on board with us. At the moment, we do have a lot of absentees, but for good reason, most of what I've seen so far. So, yeah, we are on with 7 contenders for this evening's event. We're going and running down to the shutdown of this 2018/19 competition. Season 3 will be coming to an end quite soon. And then we start selections for the new season. So if you are interested in getting back into the F1 scene, why don't you join us? And we're hoping to actually get it off at almost the same time as the normal Grand Prix season starts. So let us know if you are interested in joining us. Let's get down and do that. And next session starts in around about 7 minutes, just over 7 minutes, and then we go through our paces, getting it down into quali number 2, then quali number 3, and then it's the big race. As I said, 50% all on board this evening. Looks like the times are pretty close, so it's going to be some close racing this evening, so it's going to be all exciting for us to see the guys that are racing this evening. I see we've got a 117 as well, so that should be an interesting one. Oh, a little bit there. Dylan needs to bring that back on board, which I'm sure he's going to be doing. I see Motor DW. Devet is already out on the track again. I think he's probably done a little bit of tuning. Somebody's off in Sector 1. It looks like Foss. Yeah, Foss is off in Sector 1. A little bit wide there. Over braking, which is understandable in these conditions as well. Yeah, Hugh, we obviously know we have a Friday league, which is 100% racing, so that's also great. What we do is, remember, this is the non-assist league, and the Devet league, I think they're running 2 leagues at the moment, which has been quite successful for TNB, and It's a great opportunity to get involved in F1 racing. So if you are interested in racing with full assists, we do have that on a Friday nights. It's 100% racing, and if you are driving with assists, you can join that league, and that's TNB. The gentleman that runs that league is Motor DW, and if you want to get involved with that, just look on the YouTube channel, contact us, and you can see the affiliation sites and get involved with Project Cars 2, which is run by Dylan, and you can get involved with that as well. There we go. Jacques, how's it as well? Nice to have you on board with us this evening. Wow, I think the 19 season F1 19 is coming quite soon, so I'll let you know. I'll give you some feedback on that as well. And I see some of the race space guys are also asking to join, and that's going to be quite exciting as well. Yep, I agree with Dylan. Come racing. And also from the guys from SAAOLR. So it seems as though we're going to have some team events coming up in 2019. The guys are already putting the teams together, so it's going to be an exciting one for 2019. So we'll be looking forward to that as well. So thanks for your comments, and keep them coming. Give us some indication of what do you think the fastest time will be in quarter two. Just basically looking, there's about 4 minutes left of this particular session to go. Give us an indication. What do you think is going to be the best quali 2 time this evening here in Mexico? Yeah, I can only agree with you. The camaraderie, the way the guys drive, everything all around sportsmanship, and that's the great thing of the online racing community within South Africa, on the console especially. I can't say too much about the guys on PC because we don't have too much interaction with those guys, but obviously when it comes to the console, then obviously there's a number of different teams throughout South Africa, and obviously it's all about promoting online racing in South Africa. So yes, we have the Project Cars 2, that's always happening during the week, and alternative Thursday nights. Oh, a big crash there for Dylan at the moment. He'll make it back to the pits no problem and just get that car sorted out. Yeah, I mean, what great opportunities there are for those of us that are interested in online racing. A question back there by Ronald LaRue was, yeah, do we still do the 17? No. It's all about participation, and if the guys, obviously, when they get the new games, either they get them on disc or per se, and then they obviously change over to the new format. So we haven't raced 17 in a while. I think I still got it on my PlayStation, but we really go where the guys are at that point in time and race along those lines, and that obviously keeps it a good interest for everybody, and they enjoy joining us on the race events. Yes, so just to give you an overview, well done to Motor DW there. Nice stuff from him. Wow. Ronald LaRue, what a time from you, sir. Nice one done there. Nesmax, great stuff from you. Springbok Gamer as well as TNB Force, nicely done from you. And let's see what we have in store for round number 2, the qualification round number 2. Nice one. Hey, Gav Pig, nice to have you on board there. Obviously, wasn't too sure what happened to you this evening. Hopefully you can join the race. I know you're having some outages out in Ghana, but it would be great if you could get on board and join us as well, maybe a little bit later on, so we can get going. We're on board with Nesmax at the moment. He's putting in, we'll be seeing him putting in a time at the moment. Be great to have a look at where he ends up at the moment on his time. 1:17.395 at the moment. Puts him in 4th place. Once again, nice drive from Devet at the moment. A great drive from him at the moment. Wow. 1:15.776. Also in the second round, second quali. 10 minutes to go. And then we'll be in quali number 3. So great drive from him at the moment. Then Ronald, a nice drive from you, 1 minute to 16.284. Great drive. Dylan up there in 3rd spot with a 1:17.279. So that's current standings, and I'm sure that all of the guys at the moment will be definitely looking where they can take off bits and pieces of this track to ensure they go even faster at the moment. So some guys offer opting for the ultra softs now, so that's pretty interesting as well. Obviously Nesmax in the garage at the moment. Looks as though Springbok Gamer's out on the track. He's also on the ultra softs, so let's see where he ends up at the moment. Let's go out on board with him at the moment. As well as it looks as though also TNB Wesa is also out on the track at the moment, so we'll be looking with anticipation to what times they're going to be producing. You can see the time in Sector 3 at the moment. Unfortunately, Dylan into the wall there, you saw that. So he's going to be out of this one for the time being. But he's going to be starting his flying lap. That is Springbok Gamer at the moment. We're going to be watching him. Foss is still in the pits at the moment, so we'll see what happens with him. The traditional dark green helmet of Springbok Gamer. You can see Wesa right there in front of him at the moment. So the times are going to be displayed probably on this lap because it shows you in Sector 2. Let's see if he's a little bit faster, Springbok Gamer. Pushing it somewhat. Directly on board with him now. Coming through the last couple of chicanes. Here's the last one. Now he's going to go into a slight right-hander, come through start and finish, and then we should have a time for him. Not done. So obviously there was some violations given. Wesa pulls out on the outside of him, making sure that he doesn't get in the way. So nicely done from him. Yeah, and it looks as though, as was mentioned now on the stream, it looks like the Toro Rosso's in 1 and 2. So that's going to make for some exciting racing this evening. I'm sure Nesmax in the Williams is not going to be too happy about that. And neither is Weza, who's in the Red Bull this evening. I'm sure he's not going to want the Red Bull Hondas, the Toro Rossos, to be out in front. I'm sure he wants to put a thorn in somebody's side there. It looks like Foss is going to have to come back in a big way. I see he's out on the track at the moment, so we'll see where he is. And there you go. Nicely done by Springbok Gamer. Puts in a 1:16.794. So great drive from him. Pumps himself up to 3rd spot right now. So great. Thanks, Steph, for joining us as well. Good to see you on. I'm still waiting for last week's event. Hopefully you can get that up on the YouTube channel. Thank you, Steffi, for doing the commentary last week. Unfortunately, I wasn't available. I was at work. And great to see one of the team members standing in for me. And hopefully we'll get to see that race. That was the US race number 18. And I tell you what, I'm pretty pumped up to see what happened there. I believe it was an excellent race. And unfortunately, we weren't able to broadcast it live. But I believe Staff has done his bit and he recorded it. And hopefully he can load it up to the YouTube channel as soon as he can. Foss, that's a bit of unusual driving you're doing there, my good man. I think he wants to pull into the pits as soon as he can. I think he's got a bit of damage there. But we'll all fine to see him racing this evening. Hopefully he'll get something done to that car, maybe a bit of repair, and then bring it out, and we'll go from there. 3 minutes left in this session. And then we'll be well on our way. Yeah, so that ends that session. Let me just give you an update of what actually happened last week in the United States. It was Nesmax who took the overall win, and he had his fastest lap at 1 minute 34.076 seconds, so he took it. Then it was Devet. He came back in the Toro Rosso in 3rd place, and then Wesa, he took the 3rd position with that Red Bull, so that brings his points up quite nicely. So if you want to know the overall standings, why don't you just pop over to the website as well, which you can see on the bottom of the screen there, and it will bring you up to date with the latest information that we had. Thank you, staff, for updating it. Devitt is now the current champion, leading this particular season 3 Grand Prix event, and I can tell you now 245 points, then Nesmax at 223 points, so not much in this championship. Weza at 193 points, and then we've got Springbok Gamer down in 4th position at the moment at 157. And then Muna at 104 points. We hope to see Muna back as well. Gav Pig, he's also there, as well as Vino for Real. Tix and Vino for Real's on same points. The Sackman on good point structure there as well as Dylan at the moment. He's got 64 points. And then Skodonks, he's on 54 points. Ronald LaRue, he's on 40 points. So definitely some points for him this evening. Staff, I see you there on board with us as well. 35 points. Thank you once again for taking care of the website and updating all of the information as it comes through. So nice to see that as well. Thank you very much for your time and the effort that you spend doing this for us. So out back on the track at the moment, it has been quite an interesting one going forward. We've got 6 guys that are rooting for pole position this evening, and I tell you what, it's going to be an interesting one at that. We've got the 2 Toro Rossas doing exceptionally well this evening, and let's see if they can maintain that. We're out on board with TNB Foss 13, so Foss is really going to be out there trying to improve on his previous 2 times, and maybe this is the one. Maybe we've got basically just over 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go, and then we'll see who's going to be taking pole here in Mexico at the Mexico GP this weekend. So sticking with Foss, there we go. Nice time from Devet. He's just put up a 1 minute 1:5:158. Absolutely fantastic stuff. And so once again, you can see Ronald LaRue puts in a 1:16:347. So definitely the Toro Rossas are up in the top spot here in Mexico, and I tell you what, the car seems to be doing absolutely magic. Then comes Nesmax. Wow, a great time there of 1 minute 1:48:74 as I was pushing through that commentary. Wow, what a great drive from him. And then comes Wesa with a 1 minute 15:226 into 3rd spot. You can see now how competitive this is on these top 6 guys looking for that pole position here at Mexico, in Mexico, should I say, this evening. Great drive from them. And yeah, let's see. Dylan, you definitely do have to strategically start from the back. Nice smiley face there. I'm going to see that happen. And let's see what you can put up with this evening. Great commentary there from your side. Let's go on board with Devet at the moment, see what he can push through to get his time a little bit down. I know that he's not going to be happy with Nesmax sitting on top in that Williams. He's in the Toro Rossa, and he's done an excellent drive this whole season in that Toro Rossa, and as mentioned, leading the championships standings as we start. Consistency pulls through. Seems as though he's going to be pulling in to the pits. Yep, he's going to pit now. Was on those hyper softs, and you can see him pulling in there. So looks as though Ronald's out on an outer lap. Maybe let's go down to him quickly and see where he is. Yeah, so he's definitely climbing in, doing some pacing, and let's see how he comes through there. I see Staff's joined us in the game, so that's good stuff from him. Nice to see Staff joining us there. That's going to be great. So Ronald hasn't actually pushed anything out better on that lap, but we'll see now. See if he can go through. We've got sort of 4 minutes and 35 seconds to go, and then let's see how he comes out of this one, because he definitely wants to try and get up into the 15s. I see Springbok Gamer has pushed very nicely through, but the top guys at the moment are definitely on that outer lap, pushing it through there. You can see Nesmax, Devet, Weza, Springbok Gamer, Ronald, and then obviously TNB Force. Nicely done. Let's go up quickly to see what's happening with this gentleman. That's Springbok Gamer at the moment. Let's see where he's going to end up, and hopefully he's pushing to make sure he gets in between the guys in the top three. So we've got 8 competitors this evening racing. I'm just waiting for the other guys to join us. I do see there were 1 or 2 other guys that were coming in. I'm waiting to see. I actually did mention, Hugh, if you want to get into this, climb in, man. Just get into the game, have a go, and see how you feel. 2 other guys that were coming in. I'm waiting to see. I actually did mention, Hugh, if you want to get into this, climb in. So we're on board with Devet at the moment. Devet trying to get himself into a spot. Let's see. He's going to go. This, I think, is the outer lap anyway. Let's see where he pushes himself. Let's go to the telematics therein, because it's basically now down. I don't think there's another lap in there. So we can just go back to him. Just going down to see where his telematics are, as well as his sector 1 time. You'll see if he does beat that, because that's going to come up on the screen anyway. And let's see where he can put himself strategically, going at the last couple of seconds there to see. As mentioned, Nesmax 7 there, great time from him at 1 minute 14.874. So yeah, what a time he's put on. Looks as though nicely done. Devet coming through, really just hugging those chicanes, making sure he's coming through. Nice entry into the last sector, in sector 3. And he's pushing it big time. This could be a great time from him. Down to 11 seconds. Can he push it through? Oh, what a time. He's just pushed it up Nicely done at the last second there. He takes pole position this evening. Currently, he's done a 1 minute 14.643. So great stuff from De Wet. Nice to see him do that. And I think that puts the cat amongst the pigeons right here in the last couple of seconds. Just under 30 seconds left, or just over 30 seconds left. And I don't think Nesmax is going to be able to come out and make any difference on that particular time. I see he is trying at the moment. Let's see if he can do it. Unable to do it, so definitely it is De Wet right there on pole position, followed by Nesmax, then Weza in third spot on the grid this evening, and then it is Springbok Gamer Ronald LaRue in a great time from there. There's less than 2 minutes to go, and then Foss looks as though he crashed out unfortunately on that particular lap, but nice job. Here comes Nesmax pushing like crazy to make sure he can get in there. Somebody off in sector 2, I'm not too sure who that is. I think it was Foss at the moment. Wow, great driving. If you're witnessing this, it's absolutely excellent driving going through here. Let's see where he's ending up. He looks as though he could actually do this. He's going to be slightly quicker, I think. Oh, Nesmax takes it. Well done. He takes it back from De Wet at the moment. Great drive. Thrilling stuff to watch. And what a job he's just put to make his money this evening for his team. Wow. Great drive there. Excellent drive. Comes back, and what a position to put himself in for this evening's event in pole position. It was a real up and down seesaw, that, and what a job he's done this evening. So they're just finalizing what we've seen this evening. Nesmax 7 really in the Williams, going to be doing the pole this evening, and then obviously a motor DW comes in second there. They're going to be starting off with a formation lap. That's just to get the tires nice and warmed up, and then it is a start of one of the most exciting races of the season. Very quick, very technical, lots of long sweeping chicanes, so it's going to be an interesting one. So we are going on to the track. Just give us a couple of seconds. We are getting through, and there we go. Let's just give you a good overview of what's actually happening. You can see what's going on there. Getting those tires nice and warmed up. That will be definitely the one to watch. We're on board with Staff at the moment, just having a good look at, from his point of view, what he's looking at. There is our number one driver for this evening at this point in time. Hopefully he doesn't do too much. He's warming up those tires as much as he can at this point in time. And we want to give you the best. 36 laps in this event, 36 laps to go. As we mentioned, they will be lining up. They're just doing that formation lap right now. And then we're going to go in to see where we are going to be. So Thomas also just WhatsApped me. He's unfortunately also not available this evening. But thank you for letting me know. For those that are interested in the soccer, Everton is 0 and Liverpool 0 at the moment. That is the live score. And that's in the 84th minute. So let's get back to the racing at the moment. You can see the lights are going to be going green. And let's watch them go ahead now into this race. A great pull away from Nesmax at the moment. Looks like he's closely followed by De Vet at the moment. Also in there and in the mix of things is it looks as though that Williams is going to be going first into that first corner, and second into the chicane comes De Vet. Third currently at the moment is Weza, and you can see some exciting stuff coming through, and it is a long line of what's going to possibly be some really close racing this evening. Nicely done by Ronald. He's come up 1 or 2 positions, and I'll let you know where he started off at the moment. So the individual gaps as well coming in there. And let's just have a look at changes in position. So Ronald was able to get past Springbok Gamer there and definitely put himself into the right position at the right time. Looking at where we are at the moment, you can see how close it is between the top 1, 2, 3, 4 there, and it's going to be some exciting racing which is going to continue here at the Mexican Grand Prix. Nesmax seems to be pushing a little bit out in front there. We just have a great view of his front end there. He's going to push his way through. De Vet is right behind him though, so we're not going to give up that. Let's go on board there. You can see that distance sort of climbing up. I think we're sitting in a 1 minute 0.335. So 1 second and 300ths of that. You can see exactly where he is at the moment. And just behind him is Weza. You can see him pushing like crazy just to get through there. Some interesting stuff going on, and as I mentioned, you look at the closeness of these 4 guys, it's really not that far off from one another at this point in time. So great driving from these drivers. Looking a little bit of lock there. Sure, it's not going to do too much to those. They're on the ultra softs. Maybe what I can do is just give you a little bit more information with regards to that. Just pushing our way back just slightly, and you can see the top 3, the distance between them is absolutely nothing at this point in this stage of the game. And just thumb rolling down. individual gaps. Is there something we can see? Fastest lap currently is actually De Wet. He's put on a 1 minute 18.512 at the moment. Just to give you an indication of those tires there, the Ultra Softs there. 3 drivers on the Hyper Softs. So that means they're going to have to pit a little bit earlier than others. Let's go back on board with De Wet at the moment. Seems as though that gap is closing. Yes, it is. Let's keep those tires on so we can see exactly what's going on. Here's Springbok Gamer down in 5th position. Behind him is Foss. And as I said, not much in it. We're in lap number 4 at the moment of this 36 lap race. There's Foss now. He's going to be looking to see if he can put himself back up the roster. And there is De Wet. Sorry, that is Dylan. Apologies there, that's Dylan. He's also looking in at Alfa Romeo what he can do this evening. Here we go. That engine's doing that funny noise, so I'll just take that off and put you in this view. There you go, Staff and Dylan. Nice job from them right down there. Let's push ourselves up to going above there. On board with Springbok Gamer in 5th position at the moment. Not too far away from what I can see from this gentleman. There we go. You can still see those guys. They're coming through start finish right now. So this is a quick session that they're going to be doing. Seems to be a bit of a gap that's crept in now on Weza. And just in front of him is obviously De Wet. And right there is Nesmax. So these are the 2 quickies right now, climbing around this track and hoping no mistakes are going to be made. Yeah, Bruno, thanks for asking that question. Let me give you a bit of details. So, I think we've had 2 or 3 drivers that have retired from the actual season, which brings us down, if you look currently at the moment, so 3 on to 8 is 11, if my maths is okay. Unfortunately, Gav Pig is not able to join us this evening because he's in South Africa. He's come all the way to come and visit from Ghana, so he's going to be out. Unfortunately, I think Thomas is working. Tix is messaged me he's not able to make it this evening. So yeah, we are a little bit down on numbers this evening, but it's not the usual story. It's just this one seems to have been this evening's problems, but I'm sure we'll be back to those numbers of at least 15 to 16 again. So, yep, it looks as though Nesmac still leading this race. Let's go in. Dylan's obviously just put on a new set of tires. He's gone for the Ultra Softs now, which is a bit of a good move, because this gentleman, he's on the Hyper Softs and he's already done 6 laps. So I'm surprised he's still on those tires, as well as Mr. LaRue. He's also on those Ultra Softs, which are going to get a little bit squiggly just now. And you can see Springbok Gamer's hot on his tail at the moment to see if he can get past him. And Wes is pushed up into 2nd position now, and Nesmac still climbing at the top. But I think a nice move from De Vet. He's gone down to 6th, but I know he's got a bit of a strategy going on these tires. So here we are with Nesmac 7 at the moment. He's on the Ultra Softs as well, so he'll be pushing those numbers on the laps at the moment. Obviously, the more you do, obviously, the more difficult it becomes to drive on those tires, because this is set to track and temperature and tire conditions. Sector 1 seems to have a slight altercation with one of the guys there, so we'll see what's going on there. And it looks as though, yep, once again we're still sitting quite high in that number. I'm not putting on the current times now, but maybe what I should do is put that up anyway. You can see that 5-second gap now on behind Nesmac. So that is a bit of one there. There we go. De Vet just goes up past Vos in a nice way. So he's climbing back up that ladder. I'm sure he's going to be... I think a good strategy from him, putting himself into the pits, changing up into tires that he knows is going to last a little bit longer. I think Vos better have a look at his tire combination now, because he's on the Hyper Softs, so that could be that he needs to go and change those as soon as possible. Dylan, that's a good move from you, I think, because at the moment you definitely are looking at a good position with those Ultra Softs on. It could bring you way back into this. So good move from you. I think what I'm going to do is just go on board with Springbok Gamer, just to give you a sense of what's going on, because him and Ronald are chasing into that 3rd spot. You can see he's pushing it. He's going to go definitely. Ooh, we had to brake there. Elsie would have lost the front end. So now we see Springbok Gamer, who's also not doing too badly because he's got the Ultra Softs on. Now he'll be looking to push that. Now comes De Vet. De Vet is now looking at that 4th spot. Is Springbok Gamer going to try and keep himself on the track, even though he's done 9 laps now on these Ultra Softs? Well, let's push that back up. See, there's De Vet. He's coming through these S right now. Now he's going to push his way up to see where he can get by. Here's Weza. That distance is still 5 seconds, but here's lap number 9 on these Ultra Softs. Does Nesmac go into the pits? No, he stays out. So this is going to be an interesting one now, because I think he's got to watch himself now, because De Vet has got 16 seconds off the leader. It's going to be about a 23-minute pit stop. And I think, unfortunately, Nesmac knows he's not going quicker with those worn tires. So let's stay on board with him at the moment to see where he puts himself. He's already done 10 laps on those tires as well as Wessa at the moment. So is his strategic move now to go into the pits? I'll leave you with that thought and we'll watch how that goes about. Nesmax pushing 12 laps now on these Ultra Softs. Now you can see De Wit is 14 seconds, so he's done 6 laps. He's done half the amount of laps now, and I think he's put himself in a prominent position to go ahead now and take the lead in this race. Great move from him. I think Nesmax has got this on his mind as well. He's got to watch himself. He's got to bring himself in. And let's see what happens, because as soon as he does, I don't know where he's going to put himself. That's 8 seconds off the pace now. So Wes is being caught now, definitely by De Wit. Let's pop back down to see where he is. There's De Wit coming through. Is he going to try and push himself all the way on those tires? Interesting stuff. This is a nice move now from Springbok Gamer. He's going to go in 13 laps on those tires. He's coming out. Let's see what they do. Looks like the Ultra Softs are going on. He's going to push himself. Ronald goes through now. Does he lose another place? And it looks like Springbok Gamer, sorry, he's put on Super Softs. Sometimes, yes, there we go. Color's correct now. So he's going the Super Soft route. Let's look where Nesmax is. Does he make that decision to go into the pits now? He's done 13 laps on these particular tires. We're waiting for that. No, he stays out another lap. Done. With these tires, I think he's maintaining that speed. But you can see now, De Wit is catching up on the leader. It did start off at 16 seconds. It's down to 12 seconds now. So this is going to be a real smack bang. If he goes in, it's going to put him out probably, I would say, in third spot. So Nesmax goes into the pits. What does this mean at the moment? It looks as though as well De Wit has now taken that third spot, that second position. Now it's just Wezza to go in. Is he going to be able to do it? And you can see how fast he's been caught in under these conditions with these tires at the moment. It's either now or make or break if he goes in. Yes, he's going into the pits, which means that De Wit comes in as the top dog this round. And he's definitely put himself into the leader position, done 10 laps. Wezza did 16 laps on that. Going back quickly just to see where we are. He's coming into the pits. Here it puts Ronald into second position now. There he comes out there. Yes, does he get by? Oh, what a way to go. 3 cars. And you can see that Nesmax comes into second position where he goes flying past. And that 20 seconds is there. Wow. That was some close engagement happening right there. And who could have expected that to happen? A little bit wide, but he seems to have brought it back nicely. We're at lap number 18. The new fastest lap just been set by Nesmax at 1 minute 17 seconds. So still close racing going on here. So Dylan holding on to that 7th position, with Steph coming in at the back there. Ooh, bit of sliding there, but he seems to have held it quite nicely. He's done 12 laps on these Ultra Softs, and it looks as though Steph seems to be catching. He's done 1 lap on those Hyper Softs. Let's go back up to the leader there. You can see that De Wit decided to go into the lap change to the Super Softs. Lap number 20 now. Nesmax is now leading this race, so that has been changed. So 5 seconds off the pace now. And you can see he put himself in a unique position there. And now you can see Weza catching De Wit at the moment, trying to get past him. So be trying to maintain that position. Looks as though it was climbing to 6 seconds behind the leader. Going on board now with Weza. You can see he's using the DRS, which he has all the opportunity to try and get past De Wit at the moment. Nice drive by De Wit, trying to maintain his line but also ensure that he keeps that driving line as his own. And here comes Weza now, pushing that. De Wit makes a mistake. Is he going to make a mistake? And if he is, he's going to be there to pounce. The extremeness is that you're going to be pushing as hard as you can to look for that opportunity, and that's where mistakes happen. Let's go back up with our leader at the moment, who's got the Hypersofts on. end. You can see that Staff got some multiple warnings, unfortunately there. I think he's just got another 3-seconder. But nevertheless to say, these drivers doing exceptionally well coming through. Lap number 22 of 36 laps. And Weza is really pushing himself at the moment. De Vet may have the heads up because his tires are only 3 laps old. Nesmax off and away here. Looks as though he's gone into the pits to go and put in a different set of tires, and I think that is where now De Vet has now gone into the top position. So Nesmax drops down to 5th position now, and I don't know, I think he's put on some ultra softs according to what I can see on the screen at the moment. So if you are watching the live stream, what do you think is going to be the fastest time and by whom? Come on guys, give me an indication of who you think is going to be the fastest lap holder. And I'll give you an understanding of, let's go and have a quick look there. There's the fastest laps on the screen at the moment. Nesmax had the 1:17.461. Is he going to be retaining that? And what do you think? Obviously the cars are getting a little bit lighter and lighter, so that's what it's about. So lap number 24 it is of this 36 lap race. Nesmax moves up into a 3rd position now. Let's pop down to the back and see, there's Staff just in front of him. There is Dylan. He's got a blue flag flashing at him. So he'll be watching himself, making sure he doesn't make any mistakes and gets out of the way. Looks as though there's a bit of rain on the track at the moment, so that's going to be even more exciting. Nesmax coming through into 3rd spot. It's going to be a little bit more tricky now. That overcast is setting in. The rain is starting to come. DRS on. You mentioned the word rain to these guys, and I promise you they start cringing already. But you can see it's now starting to be affecting these guys in their driving and what they're doing. Let's go back up. Let's have a look. Lap number 26, 10 laps to go. Is it gonna get even more difficult out there? Especially looking into those conditions, is it another tire change? Or will they be able to go through on what they currently have up on their setups? Currently, we look at the situation. De Vet is on coming on to lap number, well, finishing lap number 26 right now, going into lap number 27. He's 4 seconds ahead. Looks as though Nesmax might have been off the track there, but we'll check that out. No, he's back on, so no issues there. Some really tight racing going on there. And that distance is gaining, considering that Wes has done 10 laps on his current set of tires, and De Vet, he's done 7. So De Vet, he's done 7. It looks as though Nesmax has done 4. And then Springbok Gamer 13 laps on his current set of tires. The intermediates have already been put on. Springbok Gamer looking to breathe down. Ooh, that's going to be an interesting one, because De Vet's just been given a 3-second penalty. Voss is come past now Ronald LaRue. And I think the reason for that is because Ronald's racing on the intermediates, which is going to make him a hell of a lot slower. Now we're starting to see those 3-second penalties coming through, because now it becomes even more difficult to drive under these conditions. And the rain is now pouring down. Does this mean that the leader is going to go in and change tires? Doesn't look like it. He's going to be sticking out with those super softs and continue his attack. The crowd's going mad here in Mexico for this driver. 29 laps done. Excellent drive by all at the moment. Looks like Weza is going to put on the intermediates. He's going to come out. And this is where it's so crucial for tire selection. Nesmax. Now you can see how slippery it's coming out, especially if you've done 15 laps on those tires. I can assure you it's not going to be easy to keep that car on the track. Could he be going in to look at a tire change now? Very interesting stuff happening all at the same time, to be honest with you. So those intermediates going on. He's out. And does he get overtaken? Because all of the guys now are on the intermediates, except Dylan. Yeah, that car is really... They're on lap number 30. Wow. What a race this has been this evening. 31 laps done, 5 laps to go. De Vet's done exceptionally well. Nesmax is 10 seconds behind. There's Dylan being lapped. I'm sure he'll be looking at maybe changing those tires. Springbok Gamer 35 seconds behind the leader. Voss a lap behind. Ronald a lap behind. Dylan 2 laps behind. Staffy 2 laps behind. Just shows you the caliber of driving that's going on. Really difficult and by no means easy, this type of racing. Is Dylan going to go in and change those tires? I certainly hope he does. There's Steph, he's changed his tires. Dylan looks as though he's going to go into the pits now, hopefully. I think he's battled to go around. He's coming in. He's coming in to change those tires. Great stuff. Hopefully he's selected the intermediates. Yep, he has. Great stuff. Ten seconds behind the leader. We're in lap number 32 of this 36 lap race. Great driving once again. Here's Nesmax. Lap number 33. Here's Wesa. You can see the rain pumping down. Oh, bit of a push there. Seems as though he's come past on the blue flag there. puts himself into third spot. Not an easy drive, especially under these conditions at the moment. Lots of real good competition now. Up with De Wet again, lap number 34. 2 laps to go. Seems to be in a bit of a commanding position here at the front of the pack. And all is going well for him at the moment. He's leading this current championship. So this is going to extend his lead. If he stays in the game, it's going to extend his lead by another 25 points. Currently sitting on 245 points. Nesmax is in second position, sitting on 225 points. And obviously, I think his intention this evening was to go ahead and win this race. But I think De Wet has decided that's not going to happen this evening. Lap number 35. So 2 laps to go. And really nice driving. Nesmax coming through in car number 90 in the Williams. There is that 10-second deficit. Driving in this rain is definitely not on. Let's see where our leader is. Here's our second gent. Nesmax gets a 3-second penalty for that, and I tell you what, you can see how difficult it is starting to become on this drive. Here comes through the S's. What a nice shot that is. Takes you through. Here's start and finish. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the last lap of this race. And hats off to De Wet in his approach to this. Number of stops, and if I look at the number of stops, you'll be quite amazed on where they were. So De Wet had 3 stops. Nesmax had 3 stops. Weza had 2. Springbok Gamer 2. 4 stops for Ronald LaRue. 3 stops for Foss. 5 stops for Dylan. And 5 stops for Staff. And let us just enjoy the rest of these laps, which are about to come to an end. There we go. Let's leave it like that, and let's watch as maybe get on board with him, because this is now the final section for De Wet in this Mexican Grand Prix. And he ends up on the podium this evening as the number one driver for this race. So really terrific drive from him under the conditions that he had to face. Here comes now Nesmax. He crosses the line in second. Third is Weza. He's coming in third. Only a few meters to go. Springbok Gamer coming in fourth. So nicely done from him as well this evening. In fifth position comes Ronald should I say, not Ronaldo, Ronald LaRue. Nicely done from him. He comes in there. And then in sixth position comes Foss. Seventh position is this gentleman, Dylan. Nicely done. We'll see the overall when the race is good and done. And then Staff in eighth position. So let's have a good look at where they stand. There you can see De Wet on the top of the podium, pushing and pumping at the moment. Nicely done. Standing right next to him in second place was Nesmax, and then third was Weza. So nice drive by these guys. It's been an absolute pleasure to bring you this, and we'll see you next time, next week, at round about the same time, bringing you the overall results and final positions going forward. So just bringing you, it is De Wet, Nesmax, Weza, Springbok Gamer, Ronald LaRue, TNB Force, Dylan and Steph. Guys, what a pleasure it's been bringing you this all this evening. We're so glad you could join us, and remember to tune in with us next time here on the South African Academy Online Racing. It's been an absolute pleasure to bring you all these events. We appreciate the time that you've taken out to watch us. And till next time, thank you very much, and God bless. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time here on the South African Academy Online Racing. And thank you for joining us in the championship this week. So as I said, God bless, have a great week, and we'll see you next time here on the South African Academy Online Racing F1 Season 3, race number 20.